Hello, everybody. Welcome to Enlightened with Belle. I hope everyone is having a good morning, afternoon, day, evening, night, wherever you may be in the world. K-Belle here, and I'm going to do a general reading. I don't have a theme that's necessarily in my head. I am just going to see what comes out and what whatever energies may want a certain collective to know. So not everybody will resonate with the reading, but perhaps there is at least one thing that you can get out of this. I am I could say tons of description, but basically I'm in the helping professions. I have about 20 years of social type work, mental health, and corrections. So helping people is one of my passion. And one of my latest passion is doing a little bit of tarot and oracle cards and starting to get into some crystals too, because I think they are gorgeous. I always have. So integrating it all together, to try to just help people out there who may find this video and get something beneficial. So I recently got some new decks. I am going to start with this Oracle deck, and we're just going to maybe pull a couple, 2, 3 at the most is what I would like, to just kind of get a general sense of who this may be for. Okay, so I'm going to ask my higher God within me, my angels and spirits, my positive energies, my guides to help channel the energies so the right cards will come out for the right people. So let's do this. Okay, so the general theme for this particular reading. General theme. Let's get maybe 1 or 2, please. I'm going to shuffle them like this. If you would, in the comments, let me know where you are watching from. I love learning about different countries and cultures. That's part of being a social worker anyway, kind of one of the requirements. Okay. All right, so okay. Sorry, I'm contemplating. That's because I take this very seriously. I mean, sense of humor is definitely one of my things for sure. I have hell of a quirky sense of humor, but when it comes down to it, I mean, I'm really into this, and I take it seriously. So I meditate on what I'm seeing and what I feel are the necessary cards that need to be presented. Okay. So the first oracle card here, am I focused on what I want most? Am I communicating my needs It came in reverse. So this, I can say right now that this reading, so that way we're here in the beginning, we're 5 minutes in. If you don't think this is for you, you can click off, okay? But it's a collective that is concentrated on their future. I mean, which we all concentrate on our future, but we're all on different paths of life and go through different types of strife. Seriously, though. So some of us, the inner work stuff, and people that are into spiritual work and tarot and meditations, typically we are people who we have these intuitions, and we just have this desire, whether no matter where you are on your path, you have this desire to be like, you want things to be the best they can for you, which some people might call that you're spiritually awaking, or what I'm saying, soul. Some people will call it a soul search, but whatever. I didn't really used to take the term spiritually awakened seriously, but I kind of do now, because I work for mental health, and that started because of when I was a teenager. I suffered with I might have already said this, I don't know, but some of you, maybe this is your first time listening to me. I suffered with an eating disorder, and that's kind of when the worst of the worst started with my mental health issues. And so I've been in therapy on and off, but I was getting help and everything, and I wanted to do a career like that. I've always loved helping people. I've always been a nurturing kind of person. I'm a Leo. So if you're one of my people, even if you're just some person I met or a client, I'm going to do what I can do within my boundaries to help. If I can give you the tools, I've learned that, you can't force too much, because the people that are the individual, they have to want the help. So this is a collective that is questioning if they are on the right path, okay? Okay, but so since am I communicating my needs? And there's some stuff on the back I'll read, but I just want to kind of try to get into the bulk of this. I don't want to keep, ranting or whatever, talking. It's hot in here. What's our thermostat set on? My sister says she don't know. My sister has 3 snakes, by the way. So we like to keep the house a little warm, but she does. They're her snakes, but they're cute. One of them is all white. Okay. So yeah, it's in reverse. So you are doubting yourself, and am I focused on what I want most? Am I on the right path? So where can I create more space? Okay, so we have, this is for a collective, wondering if you're focusing on what you want the most. You are someone that you are very doubtful. You are struggling on how to communicate your needs, but you would love to do so, and in the right way. I'm getting, am getting into like intuition of maybe, well, just difficulty communicating, whether it's because of your environment. Maybe there are influences around you that, for whatever reason you're doubting yourself. Where can I create more space? So you got, a lot of kind of consideration to do, that back to that inner work thing. And am I on the right path? On whom am I placing the blame right now? When I know I said I was only going to do one or two, but I just feel like these are part of it. So, hey, that's just the way it works. That the energy, the forces, they can change it up for me. They kind of, guide me. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, so like a main theme here, we have someone that is really questioning themselves, okay? Lots of self-doubt going on here, but a drive for success. Am I focused on what I want the most? You're doubting yourself. You want to know if you're on the right path. Who are you placing the blame on right now? When was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? And then we have, do I believe I'm worthy? Which that's always an important question. So I want to put that out there. I can still smell the fresh card smell, even though they're like right down here. Where am I called to use my voice right now? So that can kind of go with my focus on what I want. And what excuses am I making right now? That goes with who am I placing the blame? Am I letting fear stop me in reverse? So that is kind of on its own, kind of goes with all of these. Okay. So that's that for those. So here we are. I need a drink of some cold water. All right, so we have a good foundation here for this reading. If you are in a situation like this reading could be for you, at least some of it. Maybe not every single thing is going to pertain specifically for you because this is a general reading. Okay, and then there might be some things that may be for possibly one person out there, or there could, just as many tarot readers say, take what resonates, forget the rest, or just know that that part's not for you. Okay, so, okay, I want to leave these kind of out here like this. But it is hot in here. Okay, so we're going to get to some of the tarot now. I'm going to move these up here. I have some room. All right. So here we go. All right, let's get into some more of this here for the collect. A bunch of them tried to fall out. All right, so we have the foundation of the reading. Please, let's get some tarot to help us figure this out. The Hanged Man. Okay, makes sense. It's a pretty cool picture with the crow or the bird on the skull. So that makes sense because you've been kind of you've been in your thoughts and maybe you've made some moves, but you're stagnant a little bit. Okay, so Hangman. All right, why the Hangman, please? Why the Hangman? Okay, the Five of Cups. Divination, introspection, and gaining insight into various aspects of life. The Five of Cups card typically features a scene depicting a figure standing in front of their spilled cups while two cups remain standing behind them. This card carries a symbolic meaning and can be interpreted in several ways. Loss and grief, regret, moving on, acceptance, learning, and growth. So this goes so much too with the foundation, the oracle cards, the self-doubt, the wondering if you're on the right path, having trouble communicating your needs. Maybe, like you've been burnt before by loved ones or, have suffered from rejection, those just the typical things that we can, that will stick on our mind, and ultimately we can end up obsessing over them so much, they get stuck in our head, and we start to kind of identify as that person that doubts themselves. But that's just not true. That's our ego. That's, I guess trying to protect us so we don't get hurt again. But in reality, it's holding us back from, living the wonderful life that we could. Like, am I focused on what I want the most? So yeah, it's hindering of that focus to lead you to doing what you want the most, being who you want to be. So you're in the Hangman because, because of all of this loss and grief. But like I said, you want to work on this. So you want to move on. You're sick of being stuck. I mean, I want to say, like, okay, who wouldn't be sick of being stuck? But some people, they choose to remain in the energy of being stuck because they continue to complain and complain and complain and not do any actual action on what they're complaining about. They just talk about it and, and sometimes that really irritates me, but sometimes I feel the sympathy because I just feel like they've gotten to a point where they're defeated and they just are lost, so it's a complicated topic. But okay, we have the Strength card right here. So inner strength, courage, persuasion, compassion, influence, gentleness. So So as far as communicating your needs of doubt, that's in reverse. So you're doubting yourself about that. Where can you create more space? You can use your strength. And if you're on the right path, the strength card is going to help you, or just your strength, and it'll help. It's going to help you amongst your path. You've got the strength in you. You're not a giver upper. I'm not sure about the blaming, who you're blaming on. Maybe you're blaming yourself, actually. I kind of have a feeling you're blaming yourself. And you know what? I don't know if there's a reason why you might be blaming yourself. If you made a mistake, it's important to forgive yourself. Because this is a collective that you're not an evil person. You're questioning your life, yourself. So, people like that, people who are questioning their mistakes, that means you care, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't even be asking these things. So, do I believe I'm worthy? Am I letting fear stop me? And that's in reverse. So you got this. You've got the strength card. So see, this is in reverse. You know you're strong. You feel it in you. All right. Let me see if we can get one or two more out of here. I keep staring at the word strength. All right. Four of Swords. Meditation time. There's another one. The Sun in reverse. So you got it's in reverse. So that, and the Four of Swords. So you need to do your periods of rest. You need to calm down a little bit. You need to trust yourself. You need to just you got a lot of stuff going on in your head. You're really just kind of just doubting yourself, but you really want to do the right thing and get on the right path. If your mental state is not if you're not in the right headspace, that includes rest as well. Meditation, rest for yourself. I mean, I cannot stress how important that is. Our brains and our bodies, they need the rest. They need the sleep. They need the rest where you are meditating. And, there are different ways to meditate. You just have to find out what works for you. I have my certain videos that I listen to and things because I'm ADHD. So my brain, it's a challenge to focus, or, so. And also going for a walk, is just nice and relaxing, especially on a cool evening. Okay. So the Sun in reverse, because you're not really using your strength right now. You're doubting your strength. You have it in you. The Sun is on the horizon. That's what I just thought in my head. And, that it's because it's in reverse. Positivity, fun, warmth, success, vitality, joy, and success. So you know what? Right now, you're not fully on the right path. you need to be doing some self-care stuff, like the Four of Swords, like what I was just talking about, okay? Rest, recovery, temporary retreat, physical, mental healing, physical. Pretty much what I just said. I don't know if you're in therapy or any peer support groups or anything like that, but and it can be difficult to find the best resources and the best therapist suitable for you, but just don't give up. And then we have the Fool, which is number 0. It's the very first card of the deck. New beginnings, free spirited. So see, this is you can get on this right path. Start basically getting on that path. Get on the right path, like all the way on it. Because it's like you got 1 foot on, 1 foot off right now, kind of. The Fool is numbered 0, the number of unlimited potential, strength, and so does not have a specific place in the sequence of the tarot cards. The Fool can be placed either at the beginning of the major arcana or at the end. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay. The major arcana is often considered the Fool's journey through. Yeah, I know the Fool is like the kind of foundation of the tarot, or yeah. The major arcana is often considered the Fool's journey. Yeah, journey through life and such. He is ever present and therefore needs no number. I like that. I like that description. New beginnings, free-spirited, delirium. He's a scary fool, looking fool, kind of. Like I don't know if y'all have ever seen the movie. It's just called Tarot. It wasn't too bad. It was kind of good. 3 of Cups. So there might be some, you're gonna work on communicating your needs, but first you need to do the work, the Four of Swords, to help you communicate your needs and find the right people. 3 of Cups, cups are emotions, and 3 of Cups is like celebrations and reunions and friendships, and that's typically what that is, celebrating and all that kind of stuff. Celebration, friendship, creativity, collaboration, harmony, and unity. Okay. So, last but not least, we got, I'm going to, this is another Oracle deck, and, well, let's see. I want really just 1 or 2. I'm not going to, like, spirit or whatever, my intuition wanted, I felt all of those original oracles were necessary. So, and yes, there is a long description like on the back of each of those cards, but we're already on almost 30 minutes. And so I'm trying to make my videos a little bit shorter. I'm trying to get to the point of the reading as best as I can. I don't want to bore you guys. I want to help you guys, and I want you all to be entertained. So, okay. But this is just going to kind of give a description or give you a message of, like, a lot of these are kind of, well, you'll see. These are still new decks, but this is going to give, like, the first ones was like the foundation. This is kind of an overall sense or elaborating so on everything. So what do we, let's just see. Sometimes I'm just silent because my thoughts, but my intuition knows what I'm thinking as far as what I want, what I'm saying to the cards and my spirit guides. Peace. Hi, Peace. I am unwavering in the face of fear. Where did that card go? Boom. Don't let the fear stop you. Right now you've let it stop. I know how that is. Trust me. There's a real good song by Blue October I had found some time ago. I mean, I don't it's an older song. Well, yeah, I'm not sure what year it came out, but the song is Fear by Blue October. Pretty powerful song. All right, peace. I am unwavering in the face of fear. So you're working on it. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. This is what you need. See, this is like the overall goal to help you get on that right path. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. Inner silence. I was at meditation again. This all goes together, so it makes beautiful sense to me. So I hope that whoever, if you are one of the people out there in this particular collective that this reading is for, I really hope that it makes sense to you. If you have any questions, please comment. I'm going to put my email and my Discord in my description. I do offer one-on-one cognitive behavioral interventions. I have a bachelor level degree and I've done a lot of counseling type work. I am not equipped to diagnose. So there's that. But I have worked with people at this point for like all ages, basically. I say 3 to 73 because that's true. Manifestation of light is here at the next card that was up. I see the beauty in me. I grow and develop my inner self. I grow and develop my inner self in harmony with light and beauty. I free myself from negativity. My heart transforms. My intellect shines and my inner light grows. So the excuses that you're making right now, the excuses you're making right now are like, you just don't know what to do. You're like, maybe you feel like you've tried everything, but you haven't. I mean, I know that sounds like, oh, I know you, but that's just what came out of my mouth, came into my head. Because if you had, you wouldn't be in a situation of self-doubt and questioning yourself so much. You want peace. You see the beauty in you, your strength. Who are you placing the blame on right now? It's like you're blaming and focusing negatively-ish on yourself. I say ish because you do deep down know that you can dig yourself or continue to dig yourself out of this hole that you are in. Okay? The sun is on the horizon. It's upside down right now, but the strength is not. The 3 of Cups is not. The Fool is not. Those are not in reverse, okay? the Hanged Man, like you've just been kind of doing, nothing. You've just, well, okay. So actually, okay, I'm going to go honestly with what I kind of first thought, especially after reading what this says. The Hanged Man is kind of a clarifier also with the Three of Swords, Five of Cups with that. So Hanged Man can sometimes mean that you're just not doing anything, but in this case, I think plus, patience, pause, surrender, letting go, new perspective, spiritual insight. So this is a good Hanged Man. So sorry about that. I should have went with what I was first thinking. So funny. And then I read that and I was like, and sometimes it just really depends on the deck you use, the artwork. So like this, the artwork here, like you got this bird on the skull, like on the brain. To me and like the skull's glowing. The bird is powerful. There's that sun. I think all these cards have like a sun on the top. But anyway, it's glow. This to me, this like kind of means like intelligence. So you have intelligence, so you got to use it. The Four of Swords, the Hanged Man. You got to be patient and rest and recovery. Don't rush things. Take things at a healthy pace. Please, please, please seek some resources, okay? Because you know what? Some people don't get it. Like whatever you're dealing with, whether it be PTSD, whether depression, anything, whatever this is, some people don't take this type of stuff seriously because guess what? They either are stuck in their complaint, like I've seen it all. It can be stuck in their complaining mode. They tell you to get over it, which is a trigger. I've had to explain that to some of my loved ones. I think they're finally understanding that because you got to do the work. You don't just let it fucking go. I mean, come on, let's be real. So, if do your research too. I know you can't always trust media, Google, whatever, but find resources. YouTube is wonderful. I'm telling you, there are like 5, maybe at this point in my time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. And like, that's pretty much all I listen to. And those are a few tarot readers that I think do a damn good job. So that would be Saving Grace 999, Heaven. She is amazing. Tarotverse is the newest one that I found. He is so intellectual. Like you get, like that's what I aim to do too. Just like Heaven, they don't only just like read these cards and say what they mean. Like they integrate it and help with advice. Like they're so inspiring to me. Food for Thought. That's another one. Who's the other one? Natija. I love Natija. She's a new one too. So, Dylan James is an excellent mind coach. He focuses on relationships. A lot of it is love and romance, but he talks about the foundation comes from how, when we were young, and he's just amazing. So, anyways, that's my sister. All right. Okay, so I just turned this over. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've utilized YouTube for the best that I can. And I'll tell you what, for 2 years, throughout my adventures of finding a suitable therapist, the past 2 years, the certain peoples that I have found on YouTube, I have transformed for the best more than I ever have in my entire life. So thank you to you people that have helped me. My dog's right here. There's his little nose. Henry, you say hello? Yeah, he went down. Henry, I don't know if I posted it on YouTube yet, but I just got Henry a little sister. Henry, you want to say hi real quick? We're gonna get this reading ended. Here's Henry. Say hello. Say hello. He's my big baby, and I'll show you Henry's friend. Henry, hold on, Henry. I'll get you back. I just want to show them joy. I just adopted her. They had a special, $25. Be nice, Henry. Henry's still getting used to it, but at the shelter. So this is Joy, and boy, is she a joy. Say hi. So yeah, Henry has a little sister. Here, Henry, go play with her. Okay, I know I said I'd pick Henry back up, but I want to finish this reading. So, yes, attention. As I was talking, I looked at this. So, I am attentive to all that manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light. I love and hope. I'm sorry. Oh, poor Joy, she's coughing. I'm kind of mad at this shelter. I wanted to calm down first before I called them, but she's got this cough and my other dog started coughing too just today, so poor baby. Henry, I see you, sweetie. Okay. I know I'm going to get this done. I am attentive to all that manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light. I just told my mom this last night. One of my favorite verses in the Bible. I am not religious, okay? I'm spiritual. Do I believe in God? Yes. Do I know exactly what God is? I'm debating on that. Do I believe in Jesus? Yes. I believe Jesus was somebody that wanted to teach us that we can create ourselves to who we want to be, right? He may have been a manifestation teacher, which let's see here. This mentions where did it say? Manifest within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light, love, and hope. You don't like negativity, but it might be around you. And if you are a spiritual, loving, simple, lively, whatever, beautiful being, the negativity, it's like, or an empath. The negativity gets to you in a certain type of way. It affects you if you're spiritually awakened, okay? My love for others is unconditional. I forgive. My desire to improve is constant. Improve, that's what this all is about. Am I focused on what I want most? Where am I used to calm my voice right now? I am firm, brave, and hardworking. You know it deep down what you got. Your talents, your kindness. So to answer that question, I cannot speak. Let me see here. Oh, oops, a card just fell. Oh, it's the Hanged Man. Where are you called to use your voice right now? That Hangman just fell on the ground. I thought it was one of the oracle cards. You're called to use your voice right now within yourself, in your mind. And speaking of that, manifestation, some of this stuff that I'm talking about may be not your cup of tea. Totally fine. I was introduced to the law of assumption and attraction about 4 years ago. And mindset as well. And oh my gosh, did it open my eyes and my mind. It's like I never could go back because it taught me how my belief system I incorporated throughout my life and how my pattern of choices and what I'm attracted to and attract into my life. It's like I don't believe in coincidences, but yeah. So I listed like the only manifestation people I really tune in. Sammy Ingram, she's amazing. Blunt, don't care. That's my type of shit. I used to hold back. I was like, real shy in school. It's like the first time, like I heard a girl say something like snotty to somebody else about me. It just, my naturally hippity personality, like I just was kind of scared to show my real self. No more. Be yourself. But yeah, and there's others that I listen to as well. And it's just like with tarot, you don't have to agree with everything they say, but trust me, there are some really great stuff. High Frequency Guru, she integrates it with biblical passages, and I love that. That's what I love about her YouTube page. And there's a new one that I heard about from Sammy Ingram. Her name is Hyler. She's pretty interesting. She's ADHD like me, so I'm like, okay, this makes me feel a little bit better about how I've been doing my presentations. But I'm new, and so who knows what will happen. And I'm currently, my doctor just switched my ADHD meds, but I'm drinking, well, and I didn't get enough sleep, but I got a rock star here. So I want this to be short. I don't know if any of y'all struggle with ADHD. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Just like the PTSD thing. Like, if you, and if do the research. It's out there, and it's something better will come instead. Something better will come instead. So whatever this is, you're a hard worker. It says so in this attention card. You firm, brave, hard working. So what do you want to do? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Think that way. That's part of manifestation. Think of it. Think of who you want to be. Write some stuff down. That can be called scripting. It's whatever you want to call it. But just journaling, right? Just write a little list. What is it that you want to do? Try not to have limiting beliefs. Again, I have to credit manifestation coaches for these terms that I learned. I like to credit people as much as I can. Don't forget that rest. Something better will come instead. This is not yet certain because you got to do the rest. Then something better will come. Give it time. Have a little bit of patience and don't waver. Also a manifestation thing. So don't waver. It's an everyday thing. You got to do some replacement thinking. And oddly enough, this was after I started getting into mindset and spiritual and manifestation pretty hardcore the past few years. I got a job at a prison and I was a cognitive teacher, and they taught these things, behavior chains, and I'm like, it's thought replacement, changing your thinking, and like it's repetition. You got to keep doing it and doing it and doing it because you want the new healthy positive thoughts to dominate the negative, risky thoughts. And I'm like, this is what I've been doing for myself the past few years. And I told my clients this, or residents, and because they're like, I've done so many of these behavior changes. And I said, guess what? You're going to keep doing them if you want to change, because that's what it takes. You got to reprogram that brain and concentrate on who you want to be. It doesn't mean that you're always have to be happy. It doesn't mean you're not going to get negative thoughts. You just have to remember who you really are and what you really want. So I'm going to end it now because we're going over 50 minutes. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you next time. Ta-ta for now.